StoryCorps is an organization that's mission is to give people the opportunity to record a conversation with somebody that they love. You bring in somebody, you have 40 minutes, talk about anything you want. At the end, you take home a copy on CD, and you have the opportunity to have another copy sent to the Library of Congress. So at its core, what we do is record conversations between two people. It's not very often that people get the chance to sit down and have an uninterrupted conversation. We ask them to put away their cell phones. There's no distractions. But more than that, the space to really listen to somebody that you love, it's pretty profound when you really sit down and listen to somebody in a way that maybe you haven't before. Ask questions that you've maybe never had the opportunity to ask. So that's why I think it's important. We see all types of pairings of people who come in. Definitely we see a lot of people bringing in a grandparent, definitely cousins, sisters, brothers, partners, spouses, boyfriend, girlfriends. There's all types of pairings. Sometimes some of my favorite ones are like teachers and their former students. So you can really bring in anyone you want to. But what you can expect when you come is your appointment will take about an hour, and you have 40 minutes of uninterrupted recording time. When you first arrive, the facilitator will greet you, and you fill out a very brief data sheet, just so we can get some information about you. It's optional, of course. You can be completely anonymous if you want to be. But, and then you'll sit down, and the facilitator will just give you an idea of what's going to happen with the microphones and such. And then you have the 40 minutes. We call this our sacred space. It's a place where you can really literally talk about anything, and a lot of profound things will come out of it usually, like a lot of emotion, a lot of laughter. And then once the recording is finished, we go out into the other space in the front of the trailer and take photos for the archive. And we will talk about the release forms. And if you'd like to share your story, you don't have to. You don't have to have it archived at the Library of Congress, but usually people do. Our idea is that future generations for hundreds of years will cherish these recordings. Hypothetically, your great-great-great-grandchildren will be able to access them. We record a large quantity of conversations, so there's over 67,000 of them archived at the Library of Congress, and we only broadcast one per week nationally on NPR. So it's less than 1% are ever broadcast on the radio, but absolutely we have a team that produces pieces for the NPR National Broadcast and Morning Edition, but we'll also be sharing some of the audio content with South Carolina Public Radio, and I suspect they'll be being broadcast locally. We will be here until December 19th is our last recording day, so we're here for a good full 5 weeks. We visit 10 cities per year, and we partner with local public radio stations all over the country. So the investment from South Carolina Public Radio is really important, and we couldn't be here without you, so we're excited to be here.